Good morning. Happy day 4 of our 12 Days of Fitmas. How are you feeling today? If you're joining me live, it is Thursday. Do push a thumbs up and just that you're here. Some of you may be ghosting. Put a little ghost up if you're watching and you're just sitting, maybe having a cup of tea. That's absolutely fine. But today we are going to be doing some Pilates. So as you know, each day we're going to do different exercises. One of the things I wanted to make sure was that if we're going to do 12 days in a row, you don't want to be doing hard impact for your bodies the whole time. So we've done a little bit of strengthening, we've done a little bit of HIIT. Well, today with Pilates, we're going to be doing Pilates so that we actually add in some stretch and some flexibility and some tone. So for those of you who don't know what Pilates is about, it actually is one of the greatest workouts that you can do because it really supports everything else that you do. It actually really helps us with our balance. We work through our core predominantly using our breath and finding our balance as well. And we work a lot slower. And so when we work slowly, we actually find that we actually really start to tone up a lot quicker. So I'm really hoping you're going to enjoy this. This is like a 15-minute, just wake yourself up in the morning type of workout. But you can do this at any point in the day. So remember, #replay if you're not doing this live with me. And we're going to get started. I'm just going to put on a little bit of music so that we actually have something that we can move to. As you can hear, it's nice and slow. Hopefully you can hear us anyway. I'm going to come back to this way. Now, obviously, when we do Pilates normally, I talk to you a lot more about breath. But what I just want you to do today is just to really find your breath and find your center. So let's just find our posture. Put your feet together. Let's take ourselves into a V. And let's take ourselves into a parallel position. So I just want you to make sure that your hips are stacked over your knees, over your ankles, okay? I want you to really pull up tall through your body, out through the top of your head. Shoulders are up and back. Okay, and I really want you to really think about taking some deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And what I want you to also think about doing is we're going to tuck our tailbones under, and as if you're pulling up a zip on your jeans, you want to be tucking in and pulling in your abdominals a little bit, so there's an engagement there. So what that feels like is you're pulling in this corset of our abdominals, which come into the center here, so our navel towards our spine. You'll hear me say all the time, tummy in, tummy in. Just what you want to do is navel to spine. Okay, we're going to start off by doing some really nice shoulder rolls just to get ourselves warmed up. So hands down by your sides, soften those knees, tummies are tucked in. Off we go. So we're going to roll our shoulders back and around. So deep breath in, up and out. In and around. Good. Remember to breathe. Just opening out our shoulders. And this is great to do at the end of the day, actually, because it really helps us to ease out any stresses in our bodies. Okay, we're going to do a single arm roll back. So around, look at your hand as you go back, keeping your hips facing forwards, other arm. Round. Again. Around. Take a breath. Really see how your body feels. Think about that centering. Pull those tummies in and use your breath. Good. Around. One more time. Excellent. Coming back to center. All right, hands down by your sides. Take a deep breath in at the top. Now I want you to take it down to the side. Just nicely lean and coming up. I want you to keep yourself vertical as we do this. Tummies are tucked in. Bottoms are tucked under. Coming up. So deep breath here. Exhale as we move. Good. Up and the other way. Exhale. Good. See how your body feels. Are you feeling stiff in any places? Just pulling through those abdominals because we're really easing out through our thoracic spine. We're going to add in an arm over the top. So reach up and over. Just hold it there. Take a breath. Arm comes down. Inhale. Exhale as we move over. Reaching up to the corner. Lovely. And down. Again. Take it up. Now, if you're doing this in your pajamas, perfect. Coming down. Let's do the other side. And reach. Lovely. Coming back. All right, we're going to go into a roll down. We're going to get ourselves started to go down onto the floor. We do a lot of floor work. So tummies are pulled in. We're going to chin down to chest. We're going to take our shoulders forward and we're going to tuck from our sternum, keeping that bottom tucked under. Soften your knees as you go. You're going to go down one vertebrae at a time. I want you just to hang there for a moment. Chins tucked into our chest. Soften those knees and just let your arms just float. Let's just see how your spines are feeling this morning. Are you feeling stiff? Are you finding that you can't get that nice elongation through your spine? Then we're going to use the gravity to help us. So chin to chest, we want to take a deep breath in. Now exhale, coming up one vertebra at a time, keeping everything tucked in. Tummies are pulled up, coming back up. Now, if you've had any injuries, Pilates is amazing at really helping you to get yourselves back from injuries. Arms come down to the side. We're going to take our shoulders forwards, chin to chest. Let's go down again. This time, tummies up. Remember, pulling your tummies up towards your spine, keeping your bottom tucked under. I want you just to hold it there. I want you to bend your elbows. We're going to rotate our shoulder forward on one side, and let's have a little bit of a stretch through that spine for one. Center. Now over side and center. So breathe. Again, bend those legs if you need to. We want to really help our spines. Our spines support us through everything that we do. Breathe. Tummies are pulled in. Don't let the bottom of your tummy push down to the floor. 2 more. This is our last one. Good. Let those hands come to the floor. Chin to chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Rolling up one vertebra at a time. Now, if you're used to doing things at full pelt, take your arms up to the ceiling, reaching tall, looking up at your hands. Take a deep breath in and coming out. Then doing things slowly is quite unusual to a lot of us. And I found it very difficult at the beginning. Let's chin to chest, roll through, tummies in, tucking up and under, coming down, soften those knees. Bend those elbows, hold them here. We're going to actually keep our bodies nice and still this time. We're going to actually just rotate our hip from right to left. Keeping everything still, tummies pulled up. So if you're used to going things hell for leather, doing slow can be hard, but it's a very good practice to have. And I've learned that the hard way. Keep that chin tucked under. Good. Hip rotation. You've got this. All right. Arms come down to the floor. Take a breath in. Chin to chest. Out we go. Now you should be feeling a little bit more fluid through your spine. Take your hands up to the ceiling, looking up as you reach up. Find that extra centimetre in your spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Hands come down to the sides. Now then we're going to go towards the floor this time. So we're going to tuck up and under. Now the roll down is something that Pilates does as part of its making. If you can imagine, he worked with lots of dancers and he helped to elongate their muscles. We're going to walk our hands across the floor. All right, we're going to go into a plank position. So you're going to put your knees down if you can. Otherwise, you can actually stay on your toes. That's up to you. But I want you to, if you're in the plank on your knees, keep those bottoms down. All right. We're going to take those knees up and then come back down. Breathe in. So exhale as you move up. Inhale as you come down. Good. Up and down. Pressing those arms into the floor. Up and down. Good. Last one. Pressing up and down. Now we're going to go into a downward dog. So what I want you to do is you're going to press back. We're going to lift our bottoms up to the ceiling. Pressing back. Looking through between your arms. Heels go down to the floor. We're actually going to maneuver your feet so that you actually feel comfortable. Remember, your legs are hip width apart. You're looking through your arms. All right, we're going to come back to that plank position. If you want to go down onto your knees, you can. So knees down if you need to. Take a breath. Exhale, pressing up. Tailbones go up to the ceiling. Soften those ankles, those knees, pressing back into the floor. You can have a bent leg if you need to. It's absolutely fine. Now come back down. We're going to actually put our knees to the floor this time, and we're going to just go back into child's pose. If anything feels uncomfortable at any point, come into child's pose, reaching forward with those arms, pressing back with your bottoms. Good. We're going to come up into our hands and knees position. Now then, make sure your hands are nicely spread. Place them underneath your arms. Okay, your shoulders and your arms should be in a nice alignment. I want you to really press through to the floor. So what I don't want to be seeing is this. You also like to slouch into your arms. I want you to press away as if you've got statues of those arms into the floor. Our legs are hip width apart as well. All right, from here we're going to do a thread the needle. It's a Pilates move. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to bend a standing arm, and we're going to take this arm and we're going to thread it through that gap. And we're going to look the way the arm's going, and you're going to reach away from your body, stretching through. Now then, take a deep breath as you come back up. Position yourself. Now we're going to reach up to the ceiling. So you can really open up your chest working through our thoracic spine. Take a breath. Exhale, coming down. Reach through. Shoulder towards the floor. Just see where you can go. Bend that standing arm. Take it back up. Around, rotate. We do things with a nice precision move, but we also do it with flow. Tuck those tummies under. One more of these. Take a breath. Good. Really stretching out our backs, our shoulders. Coming back up, opening up that chest. Good. All right, let's put the other hand down. Let's move the other arm. So remember, standing arm is going to bend. You're going to take your arm, you're going to thread it along the floor. Reaching away. See how low you can go. It doesn't matter if you can't get your shoulder to the floor. Take a breath. Exhale as we come back up. Reaching to the ceiling, looking where your hand goes. Coming back down. Bend that elbow. Coming back down. Reaching through. Take a breath. Now remember, tummy's up to your spines. Good. Don't let your tummy flop down to the floor. We want to make sure we activate through a lot of muscle groups here. So coming down, last one, reaching along the floor. Good. Tailbone goes away. Coming up one more time. Strengthen that arm, straighten it. It's coming up. Hand comes back to the floor. Lovely child's pose, reaching forwards. Now, if you do Pilates classes normally, you're going to be doing a lot more exercises than we're going to do this morning, but we really want to just wake our bodies up. We want to just activate through. So we're going to do a Superman position. So we're going to start off, I'm just going to come forward so I don't hit the sofa behind me. All right, so make sure you're in that lovely 4-point position. We're going to start off with our leg over. We're going to start with the right side and we're going to progress it. So I want you to take your right leg, point your toe away, hip height, point that toe away. Everything is stable from your pelvis coming forward to your arms. Now bring that leg in. We're going to take it away again. So take it away, hip height only, point to that toe. So someone's putting those toes away. Bring that knee in. You're going to do 3 like this. Good. Now then, we're going to actually add an arm in. We're going to add an arm in that just slides along the floor. So I'm just going to show you. You're going to add your arm in, just tapping the floor and bring it back. Now, if that's too much, you just stay on that 4-point position. So let's try that arm again. Keeping everything stable, pushing that tummy up towards your spine. That leg goes away from you. You're looking at the floor. Good. And again, breathing out as you move. Breathing in as you come back. Good. Now we're going to see if we can do a Superman. So we're going to take ourselves back. That arm comes out horizontal and comes back. Now if you're wobbling at any point, I want you to go back to the very beginning where you just have your hands on the floor and you're just reaching away and coming in. Good. Breathe. Those of you who are strong, keep the balance. Keep nice and still. Good. All right, the knee comes down. We're going to do the other side. 5, 6. Off we go. So we're going to take our leg out, other side. Good. Point away. Coming in. Tummy's up to your spine. Pressing through those arms. Coming in a nice flow position. Everything from that pelvis coming forward is nice and still. We're just moving our leg. This time we're going to add that extra arm across the floor. Off we go. So we're just going to reach forwards. Coming back. Again, forwards. And back. Good. Take a breath. We've got one more of these. Then we're going to go into Superman, see how we go. Balancing is key. Excellent. Let's add that extra arm up into the Superman position. Reach forward. See those toes and those fingers are being pulled away from in different directions. Elongating our body. So we're using our abdominals massively here to balance. Good. It's all about creating that chance for us to balance. Excellent. Come down. Last one. Reach. Coming down. Good. Let's go into child's pose. Just take some weight off those wrists. Well done. Now then, we did do a wag the tail earlier in the week, and we're going to add that into this now. So once you go back up onto your all fours, I want you to take your original leg, take that one back. Now you're going to take it over your standing leg, and you're going to look over your shoulder at it. Now we're going to take it back the other direction, looking over your shoulder at the other side. Now that leg needs to be about hip height, if you can. Squeezing through those glutes. Squeezing those abdominals up. Oh, I'm hitting the tree. Coming across, good, breathe. And across. Well done. Last two. Last one, pressing into the floor with those arms. Excellent. Bring that knee in center and then to the floor. Take the other leg back out. Other leg out. We're going to reach across. And center. And back. Good. So you're looking over one way. So you're working through your obliques here as well. Abdominals are pulled up. Pressing through those arms into the floor. Now as we get older, we need to add in this body weight into our workouts. Strengthens our muscles, but strengthens our skeletons as well. Look over that shoulder. Looking over the other side. Last one. Good. All control. Bring that knee center and then back. Let's go to child's pose. Excellent. We're going to just turn over our 12 backs. We're going to do a little bit of bridge work. Now then, with Pilates, just come back down nicely. We do a lot of work on our back with a bridge. I just want you to just get yourself nice and comfortable. Place your hands on your pelvic bones. Now then, what we're going to do is we're going to be pressing our navel down towards the floor. So at the moment, you've got a gap between your back and the floor. I want you to press your tummy down to the floor. And as you do that, your pelvis tilts up. Now this is a pelvic tilt. So you've got no gap between your back and the floor. You can feel it with your hips coming upwards. Now we're going to release and come down. Now I don't want you to squeeze your buttocks at this stage. I want you to have your legs hip width apart. You're pressing through your heels. Now we're going to go in again. Pelvic tilt up, pressing that tummy to the floor. There should be no gap between your back and the floor. And then come back to neutral where you have the gap. All right, one more of these. So we're going to press up. Okay, hold it there. Put your hands down by your sides. I want you to now squeeze up into a bridge position, squeezing up. So you've got a nice line between your shoulder, your hip, and your knees. Coming down one vertebra at a time. Make sure you're breathing. Keep that pelvic tilt. Now then, when your lower back goes towards the floor, now you can release your pelvic tilt so that your back goes to neutral where there's the gap. Let's do that again. So tummy down to the floor, pelvic tilt. Now we're going to press up, squeeze with these glute muscles, pressing through the heels so that you're in a nice straight line. Lovely. Hold it there. Take a breath. We're going to take it down, one vertebra at a time. Good. Take a breath. Pelvic tilt to the end. That's it. Release. So breathing out, lifting into pelvic tilt, squeezing up. Now at the top, I want you to hold it here. We're going to open our knees in and out. And when we go in, I want you to have them still hip width apart. Are you ready? 5, 6, off we go. So we're going to go out and in. Out and in. Keeping everything squeezed up. Good. Squeeze it up. Breathe. We're going to be activating through our glutes, abdominals down to the floor, pressing our scapula into the floor, our shoulder blades. Good. Squeezing out, back to position. Good. Out. Now we're going to hold our knees outwards, so hold them here. I want you to pulse. This time we're going to go up and down just halfway for 8. Off we go. So we're going to go down and up. So your bottom doesn't go to the floor. This is 3. Squeeze it up. 4. Keep those knees out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Bring those knees together. Take yourself slowly down one vertebra at a time. Remember, pelvic tilt. Now, the slower we do these things, the harder it is. So let's bring those knees in and have a little hug. You can bring your chin to chest and have a lovely little hug like this, or you can keep your head on the floor. Up to you. Little rock from side to side. All right. We're going to take our legs, if you can, into a vertical position. All right. So from here, we're going to actually do an outer leg to the left and then outer leg to the right. We're going to keep our legs nicely centered. So the leg that we move is the one, we only move one leg, one of them is staying vertical. Are you ready? 5, 6, off we go. So you're taking your leg out to 45 degrees and then coming back up to center. We're going to do 4 of these, so out to the side, pressing your arms into the floor and center. Now, if you can't do it with a straight leg, bend your knees so that you have it as a tabletop position. And I want you to try and keep everything as still as you can on the vertical. Good. Really working this inner and outer thigh. This is 3. Let's do one more. 4. Good. Coming back to center. Let's do our other leg. Now you're activating through your abdominals here, okay? Coming back to center. We have to really work, making sure our hip flexors are in place. Breathe. The inner and outer thighs are working. Press those arms into the floor. Press your scapula into the floor. Everything from your pelvis up is still. Breathe. Good. This is 3. And this is 4. Well done. Bend those legs. Bring them into you. Have a little rest. Take a breath. All right. Take your legs back up. I want you to squeeze your legs together through the thighs and through the calves. We're going to actually bend and straighten. 5, 6, off we go. So you're bending to 45, so to 90 degrees, back up to position. So actually bending to 45 degrees, should I say? And squeeze back up. Control it through those abdominals. So coming down. Now if your legs can't go completely straight, that's okay. Go to where you feel okay. And coming back down. Good. Breathe, squeeze it up, squeeze those legs together. We're activating through those muscles. One more. Good. Hold it there. So what we can do now is you can either put one leg on the floor and we can take ourselves down and up. I'll just show you here. You can do it this way. Or if your legs are up and you feel comfortable, you can take your leg down. Now you can take it down as far as you feel comfortable. If this is too low, then just go just to here. I'll let you decide. Alternate legs. So down, squeeze those arms to the floor, using those abdominals. Down and up. Remember, you can have one foot on the floor if you want to. So I'm going to show you again. So you can have your foot here and lower and raise, and then you change over. Leg up, lower. Pressing that foot into the floor. Good. Again. Let's do that. Well done. We've got one more to go. Up, down, up, and back. Lovely. Let's take our legs into tabletop position. All right, we're going to just do some tap downs with our legs. I want you to make sure that you see this position of my leg. I'm tapping with the same position, going down and coming up. I'm not just dropping my leg down and trying to tap it here. So we're going to abdominals in, press your spine into the floor. Off we go. So we're tapping down and coming up. Down and up. Abdominals working here. Down and up. Good. Down and up. Remember to breathe. So breathing out. Shh. And in. Out. And in. Out. And in. Last one. Out. And in. Knees into chest. Well done. Have a hold, have a roll. We're nearly there, guys. All right. What I want you to do is you can take your feet to the floor. We're going to kick our hands out 45 degrees. Now you're going to rotate one way, and then come back to center. If you want to make it a little bit harder, squeeze those legs together, and we're going to take our legs into tabletop and over, and back to center. Try and keep your shoulder blades on the floor. One side will want to come up. So if you feel that you're lifting up too much, just don't go down as far. Remember, toes to floor is a little bit easier. So if you don't want to do it the way I'm doing it, just tap your toes into the floor and rotate here. It gives you a lot more control, and you can actually just check where you can go down to. So I want you to just think and feel your body. How are you feeling? Back up. We're going to do one more of these. Rotate around. So we're activating all through our lower abdominal area, through our hip flexors. Bring those knees into chest. Well done. All right, we're going to just turn ourselves onto our tummies. And I want us to finish off by doing a Cobra Stretch, okay? So I want you to have your hands down by your sides. So your hands are by your head, your elbows are pulled in, looking down towards the floor with your forehead. You're going to just press up, keeping the hips on the floor. Abdominals, pull those abdominals in, and you're looking straight ahead. Take a breath, and down. So some of you may be a bit more advanced, maybe you are. You go from here, and you can just press away. Now, if you do press away, just make sure that those hips are on the floor. You can actually, abdominals up to your spine, and then coming back down. We're going to do one more of these. So you choose with bent elbow or a straight arm. You choose. Take a breath. In and out. Good. Abdominals up. Very good for us to work on our fronts. Just have our spines working 2 different directions. So it keeps that mobility going. Wonderful. All right, tuck those toes under. We're going to take it from here. We're going to go back up into that position, up onto our hands. Maneuver yourself so that you feel comfortable into this plank position. Making sure that our arms are underneath our shoulders. And we're going to press back into a downward dog. I want you to walk your feet in a little bit. Heels are flat. I want you just to walk your feet backwards and forwards, just so that you can really feel that stretch. Tailbones to the ceiling. Good. All right, center yourselves. Now you're going to walk your hands back, soften those knees, coming back. When you get yourselves to this position here, make sure your feet are nicely spread, coming up one vertebra at a time. Good. Back onto our feet again. All right, so keep those tummies pulled in. Let's just have a think about that posture again. Make sure those legs are hip width apart. Tummies are pulled in, bottoms are tucked under, shoulders are up and back, our chins are parallel. Take a deep breath from the floor. And up. Deep breath in. And up. Coming down. Give yourselves a big clap. You're done for the morning or for the afternoon. Now, I do hope you enjoyed that. It's something that's very different, so different from all the other sort of HIIT workouts and strength building workouts we do, but really, really good for you. You should be feeling your abdominals, you should be feeling your glutes, but you should also feel nicely stretched and flexible. So if you go for a walk now, you do a run, or you do a little bit more of a workout, you're actually all prepped and ready for it. So I really, really hope you enjoyed that. Tomorrow, again, we go back into a HIIT workout. It's going to be a low-impact HIIT workout. Different protocols than we've done before, so I'm going to really look forward to doing that with you. And we can end the week on a Friday feeling strong. So just remember, do a hashtag replay if you've done this with me. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know how you're feeling. I hope you're feeling great. Can you believe day 4 already? Looking forward to day 5. Have a brilliant rest of your day. Take care. Bye.